Hi, if you don't know, I am Jen from Grainline Studio, and I wanted to start a new little series that I am calling Off the Clock, all about things that I make when I'm not at work. I've been doing so much behind the scenes work on patterns, content, all kinds of stuff, and there's nothing to show for it because it's not launched yet. So I thought this would be a fun way to share what I am making because I am still making things. So yeah, here we go. The first thing that I made off the clock was these gorgeous blackout curtains behind me. One of my behind the scenes project is I've been doing a ton of filming, and I got really tired of trying to adjust for the daylight. So I just made blackout curtains. These are made from some blackout curtains we had at work when I had a studio. It was a storefront. So I don't know, I think they were like 90 inches tall or something, and they had those big grommets. I'll put a photo in here. Anyway, so they were really ugly, so I cut the top off and made like back tabs. So that was my first project. One of my many goals for 2026, I keep trying to say 2024, I don't know, is using up some of my stash yarn. I have scraps, stash, people used to send me yarn. I have a lot of yarn. So I'm trying to use it up. So I have started working on scrap socks, and I like to call these my free socks because I made them with yarn I already bought for other projects. So these are some little ankle socks. There's no pattern. I don't know. When I knit socks, I just cast on X amount of stitches. It's just the same for every sock. And for these ones, I just did, I don't know, like 20 rows of ribbing, so like little ankle socks. Can we get that in focus? I don't know. The yarn is Pearl Soho Posy for the neon, and Madeline Tosh. It's that marled one that everyone was using in like 2016. I just had some extra. The Posy they don't make anymore, and it's probably because it pills so bad. It's just insane how much it pills. But for wearing around the house socks, totally fine. Next up is another pair of free socks. Yeah, pretty cool. These are some stripy ones I made from the remains of 3 pairs of socks, so like 3 times free. And this I did an afterthought heel. Honestly, not my favorite heel. I hate how it like never lays flat, like these. Oops. Like these are flat and these are not, and it drives me nuts. So anyway, they are cozy. And again, same thing. I just cast on whatever amount of stitches. And when I knit my socks, I knit the ribbing on size 1 and then the body on 0. And that way I just feel like it's a little tighter so they last a little longer. And you can see on the second sock, I lost my yarn chicken. So it has a little boop. All right, another pair of socks. This is not free scrap socks. This is Sweet Georgia Tough Love Sock, which has quickly become my favorite sock yarn. Highly recommend, love it, love it, love it. This is the BFF pattern. And for those of you who are old like me, back in the 2010s, before that, I can't remember. I started knitting in 2001. It was before YouTube, so I knit real weird. I just taught myself from a Hobby Lobby pamphlet, and it's crazy to imagine a time before YouTube, but it existed, and it was wild. Anyway, so this is a pattern by Cookie A, and she was like the sock person back then. I don't know if she's still publishing patterns, but this is the BFF. And it is my favorite sock pattern of all time. It's got all these teeny tiny little cables. It's so cute. It stays up really nice. And yeah, I just make like at least 2 of these a year. So she also used to always pose with like the sock on a fake leg. I don't know. The 2010s and before were a weird time. But what isn't a weird time? Everything's a weird time. So I made those. I also made my mom a pair of socks, but they've been gifted, so we can't see those. All right, so we are done with socks for right now. This is a pressed flowers kerchief that I made really big. I knit until just under half my orange, which is the main color, skein was used up, and then went back the other direction because I'm trying to use up my yarn, not make more scraps. So I also find that this is a little bit better size for me. So you can kind of, wrap it around and be warm and cozy and cute. This is a mosaic knit. This is my first time knitting mosaic. I was terrified at first. I absolutely had to start over three times, yes. At one point, Oki took all of my yarn and spread it all over my back room, doing a little decorating. And I got to give a shout out. This was for the Laura and Allison party mosaic knit along. Laura and Allison are my friends in Chicago. Well, Allison now lives in Portugal. But anyway, they have this social network called the Laura Allison Party, and they do classes, like tutorials. Everybody posts their stuff. It's super fun, and it got me to try a new technique, and I'm really glad I did. This is Amy Christopher's Savory Knits, and I really like it. I think it's really cute, especially with this Addison sweater that I made a million years ago and still wear. So the yarn I used for this is Kelborn Woolen's Cozy. It's their newest yarn. And I wanted a superwash yarn because I'm a person who just by existing will have a giant knot at the back of their hair. And I didn't want to add to that, so I thought superwash would be good. And it's got alpaca in it. It's so soft. It was really nice to knit with. And so yeah, I'm going to wreck that one too. Now, speaking of this Addison sweater, I made this a gajillion years ago, pre-pandemic, I think. Yeah, definitely pre-pandemic. I wear it all the time. This is Woolfolk Flette, the boucle one. I have 850 yards of this yarn left, and I don't know what to make with it. So if you know what I should make with it, let me know, because would love to get that out of my stash, and I just have no idea. Another thing I made, I'm going to take this off because I'm a little hot. It's quite warm. Is this beautiful baby quilt for Lexi, who used to work for me. Her baby is due soon, so by the time this airs, this will have been completed and possibly gifted, unclear. Babies come when they come, I don't know. But this is Heather Ross lawn fabric that I got a fat quarter pack from Wyndham Fabrics a gajillion years ago, and as soon as it came, probably 10 or 12 years ago, I thought, oh, this is for Lexi. If she ever has a kid, I'm going to save this. I'm going to make her a quilt. And it's so cute. I don't want to take it off my wall, but by the time this airs, it will have been already finished. So truly love that thing. All right, so next up, I thought I would share some of the stuff that I am working on or my next up projects. So first, get ready. We have these socks for John out of the scraps of other socks that I made him for Christmas like 5 years ago. Almost done, just binding off the toe. Well, not quite. I have a little more to do and then Kitchener. Anyway, did he ask for these socks? Absolutely not. Do I have any idea if he wants them? No, I don't. Am I making them anyway to get them out of my stash? Yes, I am. So if he says no, I will have a size 10 or 11, I can't remember, pair of socks available. This is, oh God, this is Navia. It's called, you know what? It's called sock yarn. I'm sorry. And the worst part about knitting socks for John is that I have the feet of a child. I have a size 6 women's, which I believe is a 4 men's. And it is like so much extra knitting. Oh my God, they're so big. Men. I don't know. Anyway, so almost done. I have another color that has the same issue, so I'll be doing another one after that, and then I can say goodbye to that in my stash. Then yesterday I got this yarn in the mail. It's not focusing. How do people do this? Focus on the yarn. Anyway, it's Sweet Georgia Tough Love Sock, my BFF. Every year for Christmas I make my mom a pair of socks, and this year she requested 2, but this was like a custom color that the place I got it from had to order, so it took a while to come. So those will be on my needles soon. Now, something I'm very excited about, and I have not finished a sweater in, oh God, like 2 years, because I got a beagle puppy, and she spent a lot of time eating my sweaters. Like, this one has a patch right here. You can see it's a different color because someone ate a hole in my sweater, and her name is Poppy. So that had to be mended. So I just stopped making things. I didn't have anywhere to block them because she would just be at them. And unfortunately, beagles are incredibly good problem solvers. So there's no like real gates that'll keep them out. So I just stopped. So I'm really excited for this next project. It is a class that I'm taking with Laura McDougall Long of the Laura Allison Party. It's the Inge sweater. And I'm knitting it in this Isager yarn. This is going to be the background color, and then these will be the contrast. And I can't wait. Finally, an Isager colorwork sweater will be mine. I tried to make one before the pandemic. You know what? I can't remember, because what is time anymore? Nobody knows. Anyway, I had to take the whole thing out because the color work was beautiful, the yarn was beautiful, but the pattern was so strangely shaped that it was like, I don't even know who would fit in it. And there was another woman on Instagram also knitting it with me, and I'm pretty sure she had the same fate. It was the Honestrick or hen knitting sweater, and I had to take the whole thing out. It was really sad, but this is going to be my redemption. So yeah, that is what I have coming up that I'm excited about. And then I also have this other project that I'm not excited about. This is one of many quilts that my dogs have destroyed that I need to mend. I went from Odie, an elderly dog with elderly dog problems, and right into a puppy with puppy problems. And my quilts took it real hard, real hard. So this one got patched. It needs new binding because it had to be washed so many times it wore through. The patching was from Poppy's teeth. They're very, very active teeth. So I have like 5 of these things to do, and not excited about it at all. But I just, you know what? I need to get it done because they're in a pile. They're cute. My mom made this one for me. It's so cute. So that needs to happen. Maybe because I told you about it, it'll actually happen. And then the final thing, this one I am kind of excited about, but it doesn't really require too much from me. One of my friends does estate sales. Hi, Lindy. And she did an estate sale for a woman who's a quilter, and she had a gajillion quilts. Wow, I've never seen so many quilts in one spot. And a lot of them were unfinished, and this was a quilt top she made. Hold that up. It's queen size. So that needs to be quilted and bound, and I will be sending that out. There's no way on this earth I'm putting a queen size quilt top in my home sewing machine. So I just need to find a backing, order the stuff, and then send it out. So yeah, that is what I'm working on. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed getting to see what I'm doing behind the scenes a little bit. And it was really fun to show it off. Hopefully I get a little smoother at this. I'm not great, just freewheeling. But it was fun anyway. And don't forget, if you know what I should do with 850 yards of this Woolfolk boucle Flette, I think, let me know. Please let me know, because it's haunting me. So yeah, that was my January edition, and I can't wait to check in with you next month and show you my progress on this guy. And I probably will have made some more socks by then. So have a good month, and I'll see you next time.